What I'm going to be focusing on with the programming is those of you who don't have much equipment at home or you've got very limited equipment at home. So we're going to kind of assume that you've got nothing. Now you can substitute kind of anything in for these. Like I say, if you get any ideas about what you can use, then send them in to us. Like I say, that might help inspire us with this program as we go along. So this week, lots and lots of feedback. All that I'm going to assume that you've got, to be honest, is something like this. Obviously this is mine. So just a travel suitcase, and we've just filled it with lots of books. Okay, so again, like I say, you can change the weight that's in it depending on the exercises that we're going to do. Again, a lot of body weight movements are going to be things like squats. We're going to do kind of like progressions towards pistols. So you might need yourself a chair or some lowering surfaces, kind of like steps, bench, box, whatever you can find around the house. Lastly, maybe a towel as well to do some of the exercises that we're going to do. In terms of programming, things that are going to be your friend all the way through this. Again, you might find that the weights that you've got, they're not really heavy enough to do strength workouts. So we're going to apply a few systems into it. The repetition method, where we're going to do a lot more repetitions than you regularly would. Like I say, when we're doing our regular strength training, we're doing between 1 to 5 repetitions. Like I say, we're going to be having to up those repetitions a little bit. The second thing is time under tension. So we might have to slow the movements down an awful lot. And lastly is going to be isometric work, which means just holding in a static position. So with these 3 tools, like I say, with a minimal kind of like equipment workout, we're going to get a hell of a lot better strength workout from it. So pull day exercise number 1. We're going to do bent over rows. So again, you want to try and use your suitcase or whatever objects you can find, fairly heavy if you can manage it. Again, what we're going to look for is applying the repetition method, isometric hold, and time under tension. So we're going to show you the exercises first, and we're going to talk about a few principles that you're going to use for it. So bent over rows, we're going to assume a bent over row position or a nice deep hinge. It's grabbing a hold of your given object. We're going to pull to the chest. We're going to hold for 1, 2, 3, and then lower 1, 2, 3. Again, pull to the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, hold for 1, 2, 3, and lower 1, 2, 3. How many repetitions you're doing is going to really depend on kind of like how much weight you've got in there and how heavy it is for you. For me, like I say, is if I'm doing that time under tension, we're going to be looking at least 15 repetitions that we've got in there. We could use an RPE method, so a rate of perceived effort. So if we're looking at an RPE for this, we're probably going to look for like maybe 7 to 8, where you can still do 2 or 3 more good repetitions afterwards. Again, if you find that you're getting into kind of like the 20 to 30 range, maybe see if you can find something a little bit heavier to put in there. In between your sets of bent over row, all we can do is just a regular push-up. Okay. How many you're going to do really again depends on your strength level. We tend to say between sets, if we're doing a superset like this, you want to be doing sub-maximal reps. So again, somewhere where you can do maybe 60% of your regular push-ups. So if you can do 20, yeah, we're going to look at like maybe 12 repetitions. Okay. Exercise number 2 and 3. We're going to again do it as a superset. We're going to do some single arm rows with a suitcase or any object that you can get. So again, maybe kind of like using a water carrier or something else. Like say you can get them from your camping shops, fill it up with water. Absolutely brilliant tool. We're going to do single arm rows on one arm, single arm rows on the other arm, and then to an upright row, nice and tall. Single arm row is going to be the same as the bent over row. We're going to go into a hinge position. Again, we're not going to be going as close towards the floor, so we're going to really try and think about pulling your elbow nice and high and back down. Applying the same principle of time under tension. So we're going to pull up, hold for 1, 2, 3, lower, hold for 1, 2, 3. Bicep curls. So nice and simple, you're going to take a towel, just going to roll it up. Thread it through the handle. Again, if you've got a water carrier, should be able to have a hand on those as well. Problem here is you're going to get a little bit of a twist in it. Same again, same principle. Fairly lightweight with it. Arms nice and straight. Pull to your chest. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Slowly lower back down. Pull to the chest. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Slowly back down.